Hello everyone, my name is Pizza Dog, and today I'm going to teach you how to get the best possible quality out of your microphone in OBS, Streamlabs, whatever kind of OBS you're using. This is how to get the best possible quality out of your microphone. First thing you want to do is obviously add your microphone if you haven't already. In order to do that, click on the settings wheel at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, click on audio, microphone auxiliary device, pick on whatever it is your device is. In this case, I'm using a Focusrite audio interface, so that would be mine. Once you've done that, it should pop up in the mixer here, and you should be getting some sort of level input here. If you're not getting this green bar, you're not getting input from your microphone, which is bad. You need input from your microphone so OBS can hear your wonderful voice, because if we can't hear your wonderful voice, we can't make it sound even more wonderful with the plugins that you should be getting, which we will move on to now. This is Replugs. It's a VST FX suite. It has a bunch of shit you can use. We'll only be using one plugin from it, but there's other stuff to mess around with. Also, if you're into recording stuff, this is great. I use Reaper the program. I use Reaper the plugins. Everything's great. Download the 64-bit version. It'll download an exe file. Make sure that all of these are going into one folder. You're going to want one folder in your program files called VST plugins or whatever. I'd call it VST plugins. Mine looks like this. So as you can see, all my VST plugins are in here. Just set that as your file destination, and that is where you'll want to be. You know how to install things. It's pretty straightforward. Anyway, then you want to download this one, also linked in the description. It's called LoudMax. All these are free, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that, but they are free, which is a big plus. This one won't download an exe, it'll download a zip, but if you open up the zip, you'll see that the .dll files are here. Drag those into your VST folder. They will work just the same. Last one is pretty optional, but I would recommend getting it because it makes your voice sound very cool and very wide. I think that's the best adjective. But download it. It'll also download an exe. Same procedure. You might have to put in your email address. Sorry about that. Oh, once again, this one isn't really necessary. I'd recommend the first two the most, but this one is definitely interesting to have. You'll hear at the end how it sounds. It sounds very swag. So once you have downloaded those, you can go into your OBS or your Streamlabs OBS, whatever it is you're using. Click on the settings cogwheel. Click on filters and plus. Name this one whatever you want. I'm going to name it EQ because that's what we're going to be doing first. We're going to be EQing our voice. Select the filter type as VST 2.x plugin. Done. Then you're going to want to go into here and find the re-EQ standalone.dll. That is your EQ plugin. Click on Open Plugin Interface, and that will bring in your plugin interface. So you can mess around with this. I'm going to show you my settings, how I like it. It just changes the frequencies. You can boost and unboost frequencies, for lack of a better word. But this side, the left side here, is the low end, and the other side is the high end. So since I'm a boy and I want to feel like a big man, I like my voice to sound deep, so I'm going to boost the low end. I like to cut around 3 to 500 here. This is a bad frequency for my voice, probably a lot of people's voices. I don't really know. Keep this a little bit low, and then I like to bring up the highs about half as much as I brought up the lows, just because I don't want it to be completely like ass blast boost, headphone rumbling bass. So I bring up the highs a bit too. Those are my settings. Feel free to use them. You can mess around with it, see what works best for you. Next thing I would add is a compressor. So filter name, if you want to be organized, you can just name it comp. That's what the cool kids call it. Compressor works as a dynamic. It balances the dynamic frequencies in your audio, which basically means if you're talking quietly, it will bring up that level to be whatever you set it to. And if you're talking loudly, it'll bring down that level to be whatever you set it to. So open up the LoudMax 64.dll. That'll bring up this interface. I like to set this at 4. Very simple. Set this at 4. That way, when I talk loudly, and you'll never really clip with this. That's kind of the point. And it just brings your voice up, brings your voice down. It's a compressor. It's what it does. So the last one, of course, is optional. Is the Imager stereo image device. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Ozone Imager 2 is the name of it. Open it up. So yeah, you'll see your voice coming in right now. Of course, it's coming in directly, not stereo, but we can make it stereo. The way I like to do it, I click on the single band, single line setting. I don't know what that means. I bring the width up to like no higher than like 12%. And that will sound pretty darn cool. You can look at your voice do funny things if you want. But as you can see, you can bypass it here. So this is without, and this is with. So it's definitely worth looking into if you want to go the extra mile. I think it sounds pretty damn cool. Anyway, so this is what all the effects sound like together. As you can see, you can go back to the beginning and just see the difference that it brings. It really brings your audio to the next level, which is what you want if you want to have a good quality Twitch stream. Speaking of good quality Twitch streams, I also have a Twitch channel called Pizza Dog with 2 eyes. If you are the owner of the Pizza Dog with 1 eye Twitch channel, please contact me. Go follow that if you want to see me play video games, or if you want to play video games with me, join my Discord, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like this video if it helped you out. Cheers. Have a good day.